We spend most of the time driving our 2019 RZR XP4 1000 in the desert and on trails, and we wanted tires and wheels that are better suited to the terrain. So, we got a hold of MSA Wheels and ordered up a set of their new M37 Brute Beadlocks. The wheels are gloss black powder coated and are accented with a machined aluminum face. They include black beadlock rings, hardware, and valve stems. To match up with the new wheel, MSA recommended their EFX MotoVator RT, which is a 32 by 950 15, and at just over 35 pounds, it's very lightweight for its size. The RT is designed with a low rolling resistance, so it's perfect for taking our RZR on long trips through our Southern California deserts and mountains. Since we've got beadlock wheels, there's no need to head to a tire store to have our tires mounted. We use some specialized tools, but the only necessary tools are a torque wrench, a Schrader valve remover, and an air compressor with a tire inflator. You'll also need some anti-seize for all the beadlock hardware. We start with a bucket that we've taped a towel to protect the wheel and get it up off the ground. We also lay down a piece of foam that came with the wheels over that for some additional padding and set our wheel on top of it. Now, we dip the tire valve stem into a 50-50 mix of dish soap and water and stick it through the back side of the wheel and pull it through until it's seated. We use a valve stem installation tool, but a pair of pliers can be used as well, as long as you have a cap threaded on to protect the threads. Once the stem's in place, we remove the Schrader valve with our installation tool. Some valve stem caps actually have the tool, and that can be used just as well. Our tire is prepped with the soapy water, which we brush on both beads of the tire. This helps when setting the tire onto the wheel, and helps the bead seat onto the wheel once it's inflated. And with the tire lube, we can set it onto the wheel and press it over the outer edge until the inner bead of the tire is past the lip. We make sure that the outside bead of the tire is not overlapping the wheel. Oftentimes, a good push will do the trick. Otherwise, a plastic pry tool is used to make sure that the tire is on the outer edge of the wheel lip, and once it is, the beadlock ring can be set in place. Next up is the beadlock hardware. All of the washers are set into the recessed grooves in the beadlock ring. Then, every bolt is dabbed into some anti-seize before threading it into the wheel by hand. You don't need to cover the bolt. Just a bit on the threads at the end will do. The anti-seize helps prevent the steel and aluminum from corroding due to electrolysis and chemically welding or locking together. Once all the bolts are threaded in, we can now begin tightening them. We use a small impact driver to start and tighten the bolts in a crossing or star pattern, jumping across and back over and over again to evenly tighten down the beadlock ring. We don't fully tighten the bolts, we just run them down until there's resistance, and then jump across to the next bolt. And once all the bolts are evenly tightened with the impact driver, we'll swap to our torque wrench for the tedious part. Again, using a star pattern, we torque all the bolts down to 12 foot-pounds. The tough part is that you'll have to torque down every bolt multiple times, as until every bolt and the bolts next to it are torqued, none of them are actually torqued down, as the aluminum beadlock ring will flex. We continue to use the cross pattern until there is an even gap between the ring and the wheel. Then we start at a set point and tighten all the bolts in a circle multiple times until every bolt is torqued down. Then we go around and double check again for good measure. With the tough part done, we can now inflate our tire to seat the inner bead. Most tire inflators won't operate without a Schrader valve in the stem, so we use an air hose and press the chuck directly onto the valve stem firmly. At the back of the wheel, we can see the tire grow and pop onto the bead. When the bead is seated all the way around the wheel, we remove the air hose. The tire will start to deflate, and once the air pressure allows, the Schrader valve we pulled out earlier is reinstalled. We check and adjust our tire pressure to the recommended 14 psi, and once all the tires are installed, we can bolt them onto our RZR with the included small diameter Gorilla wheel lock nuts. We can't wait to get back to the dirt to enjoy the increased ground clearance and the wider stance that the new wheels and tires have given our RZR. Thanks for watching. Say hi, or let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. Let us know what install videos you'd like to see on our RZR, and make sure to click the like button and subscribe to our channel. And when you need wheels and tires for your side-by-side, head over to sidebyside UTVparts.com.